Hello, everyone. Moscow is getting a lot of its own medicine these days as Ukraine fires more than 400 drones toward Moscow. This came just hours after Russia once again bombarded Kyiv using, among other things, ballistic missiles. Now, um, Zelensky is trying to defuse the domestic crisis, which resulted from his firing of the popular defense minister Fedorov. He's still trying to defuse this. I already told you what I think he should do. I don't know if he will do it. Once again, I think his decision was stupid and bad for the country. That said, here's what we have in terms of the damage in Russia. So, one of the places struck was an industrial park. There was also a fire at an oil depot in Podolsk. There were strikes against two vessels that belonged to Russia, part of their shadow fleet, transporting sanctioned oil, and 4 dry cargo ships in the Black Sea. And again, folks, you have been warned. You have been warned. Don't even dare to so much twitch a toe across the Black Sea. It's not going to end well for you. And so far, it is not ending well for them. Now, in Russia's Belgorod region, the acting governor says that a drone struck a passenger bus. Again, I won't believe it until I see some documentation. I don't care, because Russians have lied about hitting Ukrainian civilians so much, and they have lied about their own losses so much, that I don't believe anything that's coming out of Russia unless they present photographs, telemetry, satellite imagery, some type of evidence that this actually happened. We continue to have a problem with the ballistic missiles. So Ukraine continues pleading with the foreign partners to get more Patriot-type ballistic missile interceptors. What is the issue? It's the speed, folks. Ballistic missiles are faster than the speed of sound. They can reach their targets in minutes, and the air defenses have very little time to react, as well as civilians have very little time to reach shelter. So Ukraine is very well equipped to fight drones. But, as I mentioned several times in the past, in order to deal with the ballistic missiles, they need these specific types of interceptors. We had delays with them from the US, we had delays with them from Europe, and right now, even though Trump said, to Ukraine, make them yourself, and gave them the license, as I mentioned before, it's going to take many, many months before Ukraine can have their own. In addition, Russia had struck a cargo vessel which belongs to Turkey, but was flying the flag of a West African country of Guinea-Bissau. So the vessel was coming out of Odessa. 10 of the crew were killed, including 5 sailors from Syria. 8 people were rescued from the ship. The ship was carrying corn, so it was not a military ship. And again, foreign countries. My question to you is, are you okay with that? They're saying, we strongly condemn the repeated attacks targeting commercial vessels with Syrian sailors and crews aboard in Ukrainian ports. folks, it's not just Syrian sailors. It's everybody. You know, it's not just one country's sailors. They do this to everyone, and they are open about it. Months ago, Russia said that any ship going in and out of a Ukrainian port will be treated as a military target. So it's not just you. But interestingly, Syrian statements did not mention Russia because recently Moscow has been building relations with the new Syrian government. So they're just saying, well, we don't want our sailors to die. And my question is, then why are you playing footsie with people who are killing them? Just out of curiosity. Why are you doing that? NATO military chief warns Moscow would lose a lot by attacking Baltics. Guys, what does that even mean? What are they going to lose that they haven't already lost? Huh? What's going to happen? You can't just throw out statements like that, pretending like that is in any way effective. It is not. It means nothing. Be specific. And remember, again, like all his BFFs, Putin doesn't care about anything unless it's something tangible and it's something that pertains to him personally. Tell Putin what he will lose and what will happen to him personally if he attacks the Baltics. Then maybe he will pay attention. I'm shocked that more people still don't understand this. And here we have a great illustration of the so-called Russian opposition. Russia's anti-war politician Boris Nadezhdin said that he will not be running in September's legislative elections, saying that he has been silenced and pushed out of politics. So, okay. He says, my ability to legally engage in opposition politics in Russia has been exhausted. Okay. So you're just going to do nothing? You could try and get out. You could try and mount opposition abroad. You could try and go door to door among the foreign governments, the way Ukrainians have been doing, basically educating them about Putin. You could do all of those things. But no, he's just going to sit on his ass and wait for Ukrainians to show up and make a Maidan in Russia and overthrow Putin for him. Okay. But that is illustrative. For those who say, well, there is opposition in Russia, this is what Russian opposition is like. When they can't run for elections, they just give up. That's what happens. More to come.